Okay, whoa. You gotta bring that shit back.
It's good to have you with us.
What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video on some mess, some tea, some drama, and this is the video I've been waiting to make for like a week now, ever since all of this really hit the fan. Now, I know I'm a couple hours late because Jada dropped the video about 2 o'clock. I'm recording this at like 4 o'clock my time. And I was going to hop on live and try to get the video out real fast for y'all, but I was thinking, like, my channel is mostly videos, and I like to really give well thought out opinions rather than just jumping on something because I know I'm going to get views. So I don't want to cheat y'all out of good content. So here we are, a couple hours later, but we're still here. So like I said, Jada finally released the Red Table Talk we have been waiting for, where she did admit that she had a relationship with August Alsina. And while a lot of us thought that she was going to come to the table with herself or maybe bring her mother, she actually brought her husband Will Smith along with her so that the two of them can tackle this situation together. But there were a few things that were said that I personally, as a viewer, as a consumer, of course I don't know these people, y'all probably do not know these people, but as a viewer, I was just like, oh, don't really agree. So we're going to get into that now. So the Red Table Talk episode kind of starts off with Will and Jada talking about their relationship, their marriage, all the problems that they have went through. And we know that they have a less than perfect marriage, just like many, many other couples. That is normal. Nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect, right? But when it comes to Will and Jada, a lot of people have always thought that they had an open relationship. It has been a rumor that has been going around way before August Alsina. And even if you take him out of the equation, there has been some things that have happened between these two that has been questionable amongst the media and just the public overall. And then both of them have made statements before, like Jada saying that she didn't want to get married. She doesn't really believe in marriage. And then the two of them referencing their marriage as a partnership rather than an actual marriage. Stuff is just not your traditional way of going about things when it comes to Will and Jada, which is okay. But if you're going to be a public figure, a celebrity, and put this information out there, people are going to have their opinions, their thoughts, and their impression. Well, in this episode, Jada said that at the time that she and August got together and started becoming really, really close, she and Will were having a lot of issues in their marriage. Will even said that he didn't even want to speak to her again. They had broken up, and they didn't even know if their marriage was going to continue. So then Jada started to get even closer to August Alsina, who at the time was very, very troubled. We know at this point, if you've been looking up this stuff, you know that August has had a very hard past, and you know that he has lost his brother and his sister and is taking care of all of their kids himself. In addition to that, he has the whole issue with abusing drugs. And on top of that, what makes it all even worse is that he has a chronic illness. So Jada just took him in and they got closer. And while Jada's having issues with her husband, she's creating a relationship with August Alsina. And so, yeah, they had a relationship.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
I really felt like we could be over. You
know? No, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
And then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship.
And what I liked about Will being there is that he wasn't finna go for the whole, whatever word Jada used. She said something like, we got entangled together. Like, girl, just say that you and August Alsina was doing the Humpty Dump while you and your husband was separated. Like, I mean, she ain't got to say it like that. Of course, she can be a woman of class, but it's just like, stop trying to use all these extra words, girl. Like, just say what you mean. So Will kind of was just like, y'all had a relationship. And that's when she flat out admitted, yes, she and August Alsina had a relationship. Now, to backtrack just a little bit back to last week, during his interview, August Alsina did say that, yes, he was with Jada and Will is the one who gave him permission to be with Jada. And then some days later, it was said that Will denied giving August permission to date Jada.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times.
One thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission. The person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes.
But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
Now, you see how things are being worded. Here's the thing. After going back and watching parts of the interview, I never heard August Alsina say permission. I heard him say that Will Smith gave him his blessing, which is two different things. Saying that somebody gave you their blessing to do something is basically them saying, like, you know, I don't mind if you do this. That's not asking for permission. So with that being said, the whole August is a liar, Will Smith never said that, all of that is invalid because August didn't say that. The media did. But like I said, if I missed it and he did say permission, that word, then let me know. Now, don't get me wrong, because I agree with her. Nobody can give permission to herself as a person or her body but herself. Nobody owns women, right? We own ourselves. But the energy was placed in the wrong spot, if you ask me. The second thing that I really did not agree with was that Jada was like, why now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why all of a sudden he wants to come out with this stuff? And I have my theory on why I think that he wanted to do this now. And I'm going to get to that in just a second. But I feel like it doesn't really matter how long ago it was if August was really, really in love with Jada. Like, you have to think once again how much this man was going through. And from the way that he spoke about her, the birthday messages and everything like that, he loved this woman, you know, and that doesn't just go away. Sometimes that doesn't go away within a year or 2 years. It takes a lot of time to heal and grow out of certain situations. So for him, who was in this whole relationship with this prestigious woman who has all this money, well-known, big celebrity, who's way older than him. At the time, he was 22 or 23, so he's really, you know, he's a grown man, but mentally a little boy still. Probably has never really experienced the kind of energy and the kind of love that he received from Jada. Of course he was going to fall for her like that. Of course, you know, like, you have to think about him as being a person too, because on the other hand, Jada had 20 years at the time, 25 years now, but at the time she had 20 years with Will Smith, had been with him for so long. They have business together, they have a home, they have kids, they have so much history. For Jada, that was just a small piece of her timeline, to where when that was over with, she went back to her husband. For August, that was probably a big piece of his timeline with him being so young. So I didn't understand why she was saying, oh, that was years ago. Like, yeah, to you, that was years ago. But to August, that's still fresh. Now, on the other hand, and this is where I have to come at August at, yes, August is a human and has emotions and was probably more than likely in love with Jada. Let's not act like August didn't just drop a whole album, okay? Let's not act like August has just this whole career to himself and he's been popping steadily. Now, 2013, 2014, August Alsina was popping, okay? His music was popping. He had a lot of popularity. August was popping, and I remember back then, okay? But let's not act like beyond 2014 that around 2015 he didn't start to fall off. And in 2016, 17, and 18, he basically didn't make that much noise, okay? Granted, he had his issues that he was going through, which if you got to take a step back and handle that, then cool. Like, I applaud him for doing so. But just speaking business-wise in the music industry, August wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't hitting on nothing. The numbers wasn't the same. And then in 2019, August came out with a new album in February. In March, the next month, he released Nunya, which was a song about Jada Pinkett-Smith. Now, that song was not on his album, but it got people to talking about him and Jada and Will. Now, fast forward to 2020, August released his album, The Product 3 State of Emergency, on June 26th. And then you have the interview that he did with Angela Yee on June 30th. That was 4 days after he dropped his album. And that interview has now amassed 2.4 million views because of all the controversy. So you want to pick this time now to speak about Jada. Not saying that anything that happened between them wasn't real for him. I still believe that he was very emotionally invested in whatever he had with Jada. I can't just glance over the fact that this is all happening right when he drops his album. Now, in my opinion, if you take away the status of these people, just make them regular people, I just feel like August probably shouldn't have said anything publicly like that. Now, I get if he wanted to clear his name, especially as he said in the Angela Yee interview that once it starts to affect him in certain ways, that he feels like he has to come and tell his side of the story and tell his truth. He has every single right to do so. But it just kind of makes it seem like he's very attention seeking, and maybe not even just from the world or just from the media, but more so from Jada, who is now back with her husband, a married woman. And it's very, very clear that she's not leaving Will. He's not leaving her regardless of whatever. So that's all I really have to say about that. Once again, I'm just a viewer and consumer. I don't really judge anybody in this whole debacle because from what I have seen, for the most part, most of everybody in this is very mature. I would even say to the point of August, you know, he didn't really do anything salacious, but it was just the way he went about it. But the way that August just did this, I don't feel like he should have did it that way, because after all this has died down, then what has that done for you? Like, are you going to do something else to make yourself pop, or is that just going to be it? Because once this is all over, most people are going to just know you as a little young dude with a song who was effing Jada while she was separated from her husband, Will. You feel me? But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Even if it's different than what I think, make sure you leave your opinions in comments down below. Like the video because it's good for your edges. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. And that's it for today. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.